The purpose of this video is to show the login and user management capability that is part of the DVPII service tool. If you want to make changes to the valve configuration, you need to log in to the valve. As we talk about valve, we are really connecting to the DVPII driver. However, we will, for the rest of the videos, talk about valves which are really the driver-valve combinations. Login provides security so you can control who can make changes to your configuration. If you go to the configuration page, you can see you must log in before you can make changes to the valve configuration. The top right side of the page shows if and who is logged in. If you see User Login, you are not logged in at all and only monitoring and host discovery capabilities are available. To get to the Login screen, click on the top right User Login. In the Login screen, you can type the username and password. Hit Enter or click Login. If you see Login failed, then your username and/or password were incorrect. If you see too many login attempts, you have repeatedly clicked the Login button too quickly. Another option is to log in with file, which will be explained later. Log in with the correct username and password. For the password, see the manual. If the login screen disappears, then your login was successful. You can also see this because your username will appear at the top right of your page. If you hover over your username, a menu will appear with the role and an option to log out. If you now go to the configuration page, you can actually select the different configuration items to configure. See the How to Configure video for more explanation. So now you can go to the Application Selection menu, the three bars. Because you are logged in with the role User Config, you can now select User Management. This will give you the option to change users and their information. You can now add a new user by clicking New User on top of the page. Click New User and fill in the three fields: username, password, and user role. For example, you can create a user with the username New User, password New User, and select the role Monitoring Plus. After clicking Create, the new user will show in the list of users. Now, if you click the Edit button, you can edit the information for this user. You can change the name, password, and role. If you leave the password blank, it will keep the old password. There is one more option: Require Signed Password. This is to log in with the password file for added security. However, this is not currently supported by Woodward. Whatever changes you made after clicking Update will show in the list. You can also delete a user by clicking the Delete button. A confirmation box will appear, and you can click OK or Cancel. If you click OK, the user will disappear from the list. Just a warning: if you delete the user config and have not created another user with the role user config, you will no longer have the capability of changing users, and you have locked yourself out of the system. We allow deleting all users because cybersecurity restrictions sometimes do not allow factory-assigned or default users to stay on the system. You can create a separate user with the role user config and then remove the default user from the system. The same applies for the software update user. If for some reason you have locked yourself out of the system, you need to contact Woodward to recover. You can go to the Application Selection menu, the three bars, where you can use the link Support at the bottom. This will take you to the Woodward Support page. Or you can follow your normal process of accessing Woodward. You will need to supply the driver host name and/or serial number of the driver. This can be found on the Connected Device page under hostname. Woodward will use this number to create a password file, which then can be used to log in. You can now use this file to log in as Woodward. This will be the same way a Woodward service person or repair facility will get access to your valve. You can now go back to User Login. On the Login screen, click Login with File. It will open a file selection dialog where you can select the file supplied by Woodward. The file Woodward created can have multiple passwords in it, but only one password can access one valve. If there are multiple passwords, the service tool will select the correct password automatically. Now, having Woodward access, you can fix your users. Please note, logging in as Woodward gives you access to factory configuration items. Only make changes to these items guided by Woodward. Incorrect changes can potentially destroy the calibration of your valve. Remember, the password file, after first use, will have a limited life, and you will not be able to use the file after the life has expired. Be sure to log out when finished so other people cannot access your configuration. This was an overview of the login and user management capabilities of the DVPII service tool. For more information on other capabilities, see the other videos in the DVPII video collection. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has been helpful.